Welcome on my YouTube channel, guys. I'm super excited to bring you to another video on my YouTube channel. So currently, if you're new to my channel, I document my journey in becoming a profitable trader, and also my journey in passing a $5,000 account, and also getting $100,000 in capital with Propfirm for this 2026. So you're welcome to my journey, and please do wait to like this video, share, comment, notify, in short, then do everything, share it to your friend, because I'm going to bring you all true part of my work, of my journey. So without wasting much of your time, guys, I want to break down the trades that I took this week and tell you the reason why I took them, the technical reason, and break it down on a chart. So welcome to my channel and wait for me in the next slide. So guys, let me give you an update. On my previous, I got a first account on $5,000 with the Propfirm known as Good Funded. Yes, I've lost that account. I lost it. I've said it last week that I just have 1% to actually lose this account. And the trade I took that lost this account was NZUSD, which I'm going to post on my screen right now. So that trade hit my SL and that account was actually breached. Then I went on and to get another $5,000 account with the same Propfirm, which is gold funded. So if you want to get an account with them, use the link in the description. So guys, the trade I've taken on this new account, $5,000, the first trade is NZUSD. Now I'll go on the chart and break it down for you because this trade was taken on Wednesday, 20th of May. So guys, this is welcome to the chart. This is NZUSD. So let me break down the trade I took, why I took that trade on NZUSD. So the OGs, you guys know that I trade the DAX trading strategy. So I'll be DAX speaking. So I could break down, you understand, the trade. So this is NZUSD 4-hour time frame. That is where I spotted my signature. You understand? We trade two signature here, which is the type 1 and the type 2, which I've explained in my previous video. But let me draw it out. So this is our type 1. This is how it looks like, and something like this. Yes, this is what we're actually looking for on. I look for this on 1-hour time frame or 4-hour time frame. Do you understand? So this is type 1 setup, and this is type 2 setup. I might not get it drawing very well, but bear with me. So this is type 2 setup. So this is basically a liquidity and an inducement strategy. You understand? This is type 1. Do you understand? This is type 1, this is type 2. So this is what I basically come on the chart to look for, like I said in my previous video. So now in this NZUSD, I saw my type 2 setup here, which is around here. So look at what did I see. Now trading only this pattern, trading only this signature is called pattern trading. But what we do here is we don't trade pattern trading, we do system. We follow a system. We have a reason, a story to back up this pattern, this type 1 and type 2. So if there is no story behind, then we're not trading. So now let me show you the story behind this type 2 setup. So now look at, there was a liquidity grab here. You can see, just look at what I'm doing and you will see that it is in line with this, and this was a break of structure. Do you understand? This was a break of structure, and this is an inducement. So now, and this is my high, and this is my protected low. Sorry, this is my protected low. So now this is the last other block that made that push. So you can see now this is where I saw my setup. So upon seeing this, then I had to go to the higher time frame to do to validate this setup. Now validation comes with is this setup around the premium or the discount. So in this case, I'm willing to buy, so it should be around the discount of the higher time frame swing. So now I went to the weekly time frame. For this case, I went to the weekly time frame to validate it. So now, sorry, let me. So if you look at this thing, I had to zoom out on this weekly time frame. You can see that price is actually making a higher high and a higher low. Look at it. There was this was a low, it broke the high. This was an higher high, it came back, higher low, break again, higher high. So this is another retracement. So I expect an impulsive move. So I'm interested in buying NZUSD. So now look at, so now this is where price is currently reacting from. There's a fair value gap there. You understand that other block? If you look straight here, this is a fair value gap and another block. You can see that price came in to tap it in and what reacted massively, came back again, tap it and react. So upon seeing that, I was interested in doing what in buying NZUSD. So now look at my high, look at the high, look at my what, that's my swing high, and this is my what, swing low. So now what do? I have to take my Fibonacci retracement to actually mark from the low to the high. So you can now see that that setup I saw on 4-hour time frame is below the discount zone of the weekly swing. So I am interested in in buying, which has validated my setup. So now I didn't go to daily time frame. What did I do? It was just straight on 4-hour time frame. So let me break down that 4-hour structure also, because I also went on 4-hour to look at the structure. This is my setup, but now look at what happened in the 4-hour structure. Look at, there was actually a liquidity grab here. Sorry, there was a liquidity grab here. Do you understand? This is how I validate my setup. After liquidity grab, it then broke structure here, so showing a bullish intent. So after breaking structure, so this is now my 4-hour swing. This is my 4-hour swing high, and this is my 4 hours. Sorry, this is all I do to actually validate that my setup. This is my 4-hour swing low. So now price came back. After doing that, price came back to do what? To tap into this other block. Do you understand? So that made that impossible. You can see that price came there, tap it in, and reacted positively. Now it is here to break this high. Do you understand? So, and price do reverse back. So you can see that after that retracement, do you understand, there was a place price reacted from, which was this fair value gap, this whole big order block. Price actually tapping there and is already reacting positively. So when I saw that price is reacting bullishly, that and my setup showed here, so I was interested in doing in buying this USD. And if I mark the swing, the 4-hour swing, which is the 4-hour swing, which is from this line, do you understand, from this line to the high, do you understand, you will see that my setup is at least a little around the 50%. Yeah, it's slight above the premium, but it's around the 50%. So, but in the weekly swing, it is below the 50%, which is the discount level. So this is the confluence I have, and the reason why I am taking this buy setup on NZUSD, which is here to play out. You can see it's reacted. This is where I set my limits, and my stop loss is below here, I think so, and I'm going for 1:3. Do you understand? So price reacted, do you understand, came back, almost stopped, came back, do you understand, and is now reacting, but it's coming back again. So I don't know what it's going to hold next week. It might hit by SL or it might hit TP. I'll let you guys know on the update. So this is the reason why I took the NZUSD pair. Then the second trade was on the GBP CHF, which was also taken on on the 20th of May. So let's go on the chart. Let me break it down, the reason why I took this short opportunity on GBP CHF. So guys, this is GBP CHF trade that I took, and this is on the 4-hour time frame. So now I want to look for my signature, either the type 1 and the type 2. So now I saw my type, this is my type 2 setup on 4-hour time frame around this region. Now look at, there was a liquidity grab here, and this is a break of structure, and this is an inducement. It induces the high. Do you understand? So to validate my structural liquidity, which is the structural liquidity, you can see that it is sitting above the 50%. That is my trading plan checked. So now this is now the last region that caused that push, which is this other block. You can see that price currently tapped it, and it's actually tapped it. So now for me to actually, why do I take this trade? As it comes the validation. Why should I take this trade? That is where the validation comes in. Now this, since I'm looking for shorting GBP CHF, I need to go on a higher time frame to know if this my setup is around the premium zone of the higher time frame swing. So now, then I went to my weekly time frame. First of all, what do I look? I looked at the trend. I had to zoom out. I saw that GBP CHF is currently downtrend. It has been downtrend for God knows when. So now, but now, where is the recent break of structure of the low? Now this was a break of structure. Sorry, this was a what, a major break of structure, understand? So upon seeing that, so that low have been taken. So what is the next what swing? This is the next break of structure. Do you understand? This low was the next break of structure, which is the most recent. Do you understand? Which is the recent. So now what do? I have to mark out my swing high. This is now my swing high, and this is my what? This is my what? Swing low. So you can see I've marked out my weekly range. So now to use the Fibonacci, you can see that this since I'm selling, this is downtrend. I'll mark out from the high to the what, to the low. Now you agree with me that yes, currently price is at the discount what, at the discount level, but before price came to this discount level, do you understand? Now look at, after price broke this structure, price did what? Reverse back into what? The premium level. You can see it tapped into the premium level, which is above the 50%, and started what? Reacting what? Bearish. So I am expecting that the market will actually price this GBP CHF will actually take out this what? This swing low, which is why I am interested in shorting it, even while the price is at the what? The discount level of the what? This swing of the weekly swing. You can see how my validation is coming. Now I went to my what? To my, because price has tapped into a premium level. You can see it tapped into this premium level and started reacting bearish. Do you understand? So I went to my what? Daily time frame to also what? To also get what? Proper validation. Now look at the daily swing. I had to look at the daily structure. Now this was a break of structure of daily swing, daily low. You understand? After that break of structure, there was a reverse. You understand? So this is now another what? Break of structure. So this is the most recent what? Break of structure. Now where is my swing high? This is my what? Swing high on the daily swing, and this is my what? This is my swing low on the. You need to understand market structure. That is why I am trading what? Dark strategy. In my own understanding, I had to practice. So now, because I love the trading, the strategy, because it gives me reason why I should enter trade and why I should not, and I've been following it. Do you understand? So this is my swing high and this is my swing low of the daily time frame. Now if I use my Fibonacci to mark from the high to the what? To the low, you can see that setup I saw on 4-hour time frame is what? Around the what? The 50%, above the what? The 50%, which is the premium zone. So I am already what? Convinced, and what? I have a story backed up to that setup. So you can see then. Now also looking at the substructure on the daily time frame, you can see that this was actually a liquidity grab on the daily time frame, and this was a break of structure of the substructure. So upon seeing that, if I had to mark out the substructure high and mark out the substructure low, and also do what? Use my Fibonacci to do what? To mark the high to the what? To the low. Another confirmation, another confluence. You can see that this setup on 4-hour time frame is also what? On the what? The premium zone. Like confluence is there, my trade plan checked and everything, then, which is the reason why I was interested in shorting GBP CHF from this what? Level. Do you understand? From this zone. And you can see that price is currently what? Going, and I'm going for 1:3. Do you understand? And you can see that price is currently what? Reacting. We're yet to hit it. People who've gone for 1:2. Price has already gone for 1:2, but I have not broke even. Do you understand? Because of price will open in the week on Monday, and I don't want that spread to take me out. So guys, that is the reason why I took this GBP CHF. You can see that I have reason backed up to every trade I'm taking, courtesy to what? Dark trading strategy. Do you understand? Then the last trade is on Euro GBP buy trade that I took on that same day, which is what? 20th of what? May. So guys, this is Euro GBP buy setup. Let me tell you the reason why I took this trade. Now I saw my type 1 setup around this the 4-hour time frame. Look at it. I saw the liquidity grab here. You understand? So liquidity grab, and there was a break of structure here. Do you understand? So after seeing that break of structure, so this is my structural liquidity. This is my structural liquidity. So then I marked out the last order block, which is this order block here. Do you understand? So I mark it out. So let me tell you now, this is my the high, and this is my protected low. Now before I took this setup, I had to do to go and validate it, like I always do. Just I went on my weekly time frame, So this is my weekly time frame. I went on my weekly time frame and I looked at what is currently happening in the weekly time frame. Look at the weekly structure. There was a break of structure here. You understand? There was a break of structure, and also there was also a break of structure. So at this point I was like, okay, on the weekly time frame it is giving me higher highs and higher lows. This is a bullish setup. This is a higher high, higher low, higher high. So I expect that, and price has retraced back. So I expect a push up to the to the upside. So now if I'm to mark up my high, this is the high of the weekly time frame. This is the low. So using the Fibonacci from the low to the high, from the low to the high, you understand? Now price actually came close or tapping into the to the 50% of the Fibonacci 2. So that has actually given me another confidence. Okay, I can actually buy this setup, because price has tapped into a discount zone on the weekly time frame. Then I went to my daily time frame for further confirmation. Now if you look at the daily structure, I had to look at the daily structure here. Look at, there was actually a liquidity grab here. Do you understand? On the daily structure, which now broke this high. Now if you see that, then this is now my daily swing, which is the substructure. This is my daily low, and this is my daily high. So now using my Fibonacci to mark my daily high, daily low to the high, you can see that my setup I saw on 4-hour time frame is below the discount zone of the daily time frame, which is this. So now upon seeing that, and you can see that price actually broke, did liquidity grab here, broke structure and came back. It did not break this low. It's still reacting off from an order block on a daily time frame. So you can see what the market is doing. It's reacting off, so it has not taken out this low, which is why I'm still interested that the market might actually push higher. So you can see that order block that price is actually reacting from. Then on my 4-hour time frame, which is where I saw my setup. But before explain this, now there's something here around here. Look at, I think I took this setup on my previous account. Do you understand? This was a liquidity grab. This is also my type. This is my type 1 setup. This is a liquidity grab. Do you understand? And this was a break of structure. And this is my structural my structural liquidity inside of that daily POI. Now marking this the last order block that made that push. Look at the price actually came back, tap in, and moved higher. But now to mark this my 4-hour swing, this is my 4-hour swing high, and this is my 4-hour swing low, which is already marked by this purple. This is my 4-hour swing low. So you can see that price has not taken the swing high, but price did reacted from somewhere and reversed back. So I expect that then after seeing this reversal, and then I saw my setup again, which is why I'm interested that price will from here start pushing up to come and take this 4-hour swing high, because everything is in line. So currently I'm actually holding, and my stop loss is below here, I think so, and I'm going for 1:3. I don't know, the spread that might open in the market might take me out, possibility, but this is the reason why I took Euro GBP trade. You can see that everything is the same thing. I have a story backed up for every trade I take, courtesy to DAX. So you can see the trades that I've broken down for you. They are currently open. I don't know what the market is going to do next week. It might hit my SL or they might hit my TP, whichever. I'm going to update you guys. So if you're yet to join my Telegram channel, I have a free Telegram channel. Please do wait to use the link in the description to join my Telegram channel. If you don't want to join my Telegram channel, you can as well follow me on Instagram, because I post educational content there on my Instagram, which is the name on your screen. So if you don't want to also follow me on Instagram, you can stay on my YouTube channel and be my subscriber, because I post videos every week on my channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. So if you want to know the update of this trade I've taken, please do wait to subscribe, because you're gonna know this update the next week coming. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love.